Okay, ready to dive into something pretty cool.
Always.
All right, so we're looking at AI fortune insight, and it's kind of like, having a personal fortune teller.
Right in your pocket.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not just any old, crystal ball or anything. This thing actually blends like ancient divination with cutting edge AI.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating combination.
So what's really interesting is how AI fortune insight utilizes something called ADI, augmented divination intelligence.
Yeah, ADI is incredible.
What it does is it pulls from all these different divination methods from around the world, everything from, the stuff we've all heard of, like astrology and numerology, but also things like tarot, I Ching, even face and palm reading.
It's really comprehensive.
It is. And get this, it's available in English, Japanese, Chinese, Hindi, and Spanish.
Talk about global reach, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge chunk of the world's population. So it's not just making all this ancient wisdom accessible to people, but it's also presenting it in a way that's, really engaging, personalized.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that's so appealing about AI fortune insight, especially in today's world, is just the convenience factor. You have access to all these readings, like instantly 24/7.
It's like having this mystical advisor on call whenever you need some guidance or insight.
Exactly.
But it's not just about getting quick answers, right?
Yeah.
ADI actually goes a bit deeper, doesn't it?
For sure. This isn't just, spitting out generic fortunes. It's really about providing personalized insights, tailored to you as an individual. And the way ADI works is it actually analyzes the patterns in your personal information and your historical data.
So it's like this digital oracle that's learning from your past, your present, and using all that information to kind of give you glimpses into what your future might hold.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. So it's not like a one-size-fits-all approach, right? You can actually personalize the experience based on what you're looking for.
Oh, absolutely. You're in the driver's seat with this. You can choose a tarot reading, you can go with numerology, or even like combined methods.
Oh.
So you can have a totally unique reading.
That's awesome. Now you mentioned coins earlier. How does that work within the app?
Yeah, so AI Fortune Insight uses a coin system. When you first start, you get 7 free coins to kind of explore the app and, see what it's all about.
Okay.
Different readings and different features cost different amounts of coins, anywhere from 1 to 8. And then if you run out, you can always purchase more.
So it's kind of like an arcade for your destiny.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I like that. Okay, so I'm really curious to dive into the specific divination methods. Like how does AI Fortune Insight approach them? Let's start with tarot. What makes it so popular, and how does the app actually handle this, ancient practice?
Well, I think tarot is so popular because it taps into symbolism and archetypes to offer guidance. It's not just fortune telling, It's about understanding yourself on a deeper level.
Right.
And AI Fortune Insight, it offers like a really comprehensive tarot experience. You can choose from different card spreads, and that includes the classic 3-card spread,
right?
Past, present, future.
Oh, okay. So it's not just about like predicting what's going to happen, but also about how the past influences your present and how your current choices will shape your future.
Yeah. It's like having this like conversation with your subconscious in a way.
I like that.
And what's cool is that it goes beyond the basic 3-card spread. You can do 1 card, 5 cards, 7, 10, 12 cards. You can really delve deeper into different aspects of your life.
And so it's really giving you the tools to, to really understand yourself better. That's comprehensive.
It is.
But tarot isn't the only card game in town, is it? What about oracle cards? How do those fit into the mix?
Oracle cards are really interesting. They're kind of like the intuitive sibling of tarot. They offer guidance through symbolism and individual card meanings, but they're not bound by the structure of traditional tarot.
Right.
So each deck has its own kind of theme and energy. It makes them really personalized.
So it's less about like a fixed system and more about tapping into your own intuition, your own inner wisdom.
Exactly.
Okay. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about I Ching. That's always been a little bit of a mystery to me, to be honest.
Yeah, the I Ching is it's an ancient Chinese system that uses 64 hexagrams. And basically, each hexagram represents a different life situation or state of being. And what AI Fortune Insight does is it takes this ancient system and offers insights into your past, your present, and your future.
Okay. So these hexagrams are kind of like little snapshots of different life experiences.
Yeah, you could say that. They each carry layers of meaning, and interpreting them can give you guidance on, navigating challenges and embracing opportunities.
So how does the app, how does it approach something as complex as the I Ching?
Well, it simplifies it, for a modern audience. It uses what we call a 3-card approach. It draws 3 hexagrams to represent the past, the present, and the future. So it's concise, but it's also really insightful, especially for people who are new to the I Ching.
That's a clever way to bridge that gap between tradition and technology,
It is.
like translating an ancient language into something that everyone can understand. Okay, let's move on to numerology. How does AI Fortune Insight incorporate the power of numbers?
So numerology is all about the meaning behind numbers that are derived from your name and your birth date.
Okay.
And it's believed that these numbers, they reveal core personality traits and can even point to potential life paths.
So it's kind of like having a secret code hidden within your birth date.
In a way, yes. AI Fortune Insight uses numerology to calculate all sorts of things. Your life path number, your expression number, your soul urge number. And each of these numbers offers a different lens to view your personality and your potential.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's like a numerical blueprint of your soul. Okay, we can't talk about divination without bringing up astrology. It seems like everyone's checking their horoscope these days.
It's definitely having a moment.
It is.
And AI Fortune Insight allows you to go way beyond your daily horoscope. You can actually delve into your birth chart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like a cosmic map of the planets and the stars at the moment you were born. And it reveals so much about your personality, your relationships, even potential life events.
So it's like a cosmic fingerprint that's unique to you.
Exactly. And by analyzing the positions of the planets and different houses and how they interact, AI Fortune Insight, it can provide these personalized interpretations and predictions.
Okay. Now, I noticed the app goes beyond Western astrology. There's also the Japanese zodiac.
That's right.
What's that about?
So AI Fortune Insight, it also incorporates the Japanese zodiac, which is a 12-year cycle. Each year is represented by a different animal. And these animals are believed to influence personality traits and compatibility.
So similar to the Chinese zodiac, but with a Japanese twist.
Exactly.
It's really interesting how the app brings together all these different cultural perspectives on divination.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're born in the year of the fire tiger, you might be seen as, passionate, dynamic, a natural leader, that sort of thing.
That's a good example.
Okay, let's get into something that's always been a bit mysterious to me. Palm reading.
Okay.
Is there actually anything to it, or is it just, for entertainment?
Well, palm reading has been practiced for centuries. And, while its scientific validity is debated, a lot of people do believe it offers valuable insights.
Okay.
And what AI Fortune Insight does is it analyzes the lines and shapes on your palm to reveal potential personality traits and life events.
So it's like your hand is a roadmap of your life with all these clues etched into it about your past, present, future.
You could say that. It examines lines like the heart line, headline, lifeline, and each of these lines offers clues about, different aspects of your personality.
Okay. That's intriguing. But wait, there's more, right?
There is.
Face reading, too. Is that even possible?
Face reading, also known as physiognomy, has also been practiced for centuries. And AI Fortune Insight brings this ancient practice into the digital age.
How so?
It analyzes your facial features. It examines things like your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. And it uses that to try and interpret personality and even destiny.
So it's like your face is a window into your soul, reflecting your inner qualities.
That's a great way to put it. And, different facial features are associated with different personality traits and tendencies.
It's fascinating how the app can take something so subtle like facial features and pull out these meaningful insights. Okay, one more thing I've got to ask about. Biorhythms. I remember those charts.
Yeah.
What are those all about?
Biorhythms are based on the idea that our physical, emotional, and intellectual states fluctuate in cycles.
Okay.
And AI Fortune Insight calculates your personal biorhythms
Oh, wow.
based on your birth date.
So it's like a personalized energy forecast,
Yeah, I could say that.
letting you know when you might be at your peak or when you might need to take it easy.
Exactly. And knowing your biorhythms can really help you understand your energy levels.
This app really does cover all the bases from like ancient wisdom to modern technology. It's like a comprehensive toolkit for self-discovery and anyone who's looking for a little guidance. It's amazing how it blends tradition and innovation.
I agree.
It's really remarkable how it combines those ancient practices with cutting-edge technology.
It is.
This app sounds incredible. I'm curious, though, a lot of people might be wondering, is this app meant to be taken, like, seriously?
Right.
Or is it more for fun?
Yeah. That's a good question. I think it's important to remember that, AI Fortune Insight is really designed for entertainment. It's a fun tool, it's insightful, it's great for self-exploration, but it's not meant to replace, like, professional advice.
Right. So if I'm facing, like, a major life decision, I shouldn't necessarily base it solely on what the app tells me.
Exactly. It can offer you different perspectives and maybe spark your intuition, but for really important life choices, it's always best to consult with the appropriate professionals.
It makes sense. Okay, let's talk about the coins again. I remember you mentioned you get those 7 free coins when you sign up. But what happens when those run out? Do you have to, like, empty your wallet to get more?
Not at all. Additional coins are available for purchase, but the pricing is very reasonable. It's really a way to support the developers and, keep this technology accessible.
Okay, that's good to know. What about people on a tight budget? Are there any freebies beyond those initial 7 coins?
Yeah, absolutely. AI Fortune Insight offers a daily free fortune cookie message.
I love that.
It's just a little fun bonus that adds a bit of whimsy to your day.
Like a little digital treat. Okay, so let's talk about the app itself. How user-friendly is it? I mean, is it easy to navigate, even for someone who's not like a tech wizard?
Oh yeah, it's very user-friendly. The app is designed with that in mind. It's got a clean interface, it's intuitive, it's really easy to find what you need. Plus, there are tutorials and FAQs available to kind of guide you through the process.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
What if you run into a problem? Is there customer support?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a dedicated support team ready to assist with any, technical issues or questions that you might have, and they're very helpful.
That's good to know. Now, you mentioned multi-language support earlier, but are there any other features that make the app accessible to, a diverse audience?
Definitely. AI Fortune Insight includes features like voice control and an adjustable text size. So the developers clearly put a lot of thought into making it inclusive and accessible to, people with different needs.
That's fantastic. Now, I'm curious about the depth of the readings themselves. Are they just like, surface level interpretations, or can you really, like, dive deep with them?
The readings can be as deep or as lighthearted as you want them to be. You can choose like quick single question readings, or you can go into like these more complex spreads and interpretations. It really depends on your level of engagement and how much you want to share with the app.
So it's kind of like choosing your own adventure in the world of divination.
Exactly.
Okay. This is really intriguing. It seems like AI Fortune Insight is more than just an app, It's almost like a gateway to self-discovery and personal empowerment.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree. It's a tool that can help you connect with your intuition, gain new perspectives, and even navigate life's ups and downs with a greater sense of awareness.
But let's be real, I think some people might be a little hesitant about using technology for something that's as ancient and mystical as divination. What would you say to those who are, a little skeptical about this fusion of tradition and technology?
I understand the skepticism. I think some people might think that using, AI for divination somehow diminishes the practice or trivializes it. But, I think technology can be a powerful tool for enhancing our understanding and for making these practices accessible to everyone. So AI Fortune Insight isn't meant to replace traditional methods, but to complement them.
Right. So it's about bridging the gap,
right,
between ancient wisdom and modern innovation.
Yeah.
Okay. This is really fascinating stuff. We've covered so much ground, but I know there's still more to explore. So let's move on and delve a little deeper into some of the more nuanced aspects of AI Fortune Insight, like its approach to specific divination techniques and how it all kind of comes together to create this unique experience. All right, so let's get into, some of the specifics. I'm really curious about how AI Fortune Insight actually approaches each divination technique. Let's start with tarot. You mentioned all those different card spreads, but how does the app actually interpret the cards?
Well, it has this massive database of tarot knowledge. It combines those traditional interpretations with more modern insights
Okay.
to create a really comprehensive understanding of the cards.
Okay.
And it analyzes like the symbolism of each card, its position in the spread, how it relates to other cards. It's really pretty amazing how it pulls it all together.
So it's not just randomly generating readings. Right?
Yeah.
There's actual intelligence behind it.
Oh, yeah. For sure. It takes into account, like, whether a card is upright or reversed, its elemental association, even its numerological significance.
Okay, so it's a very layered approach.
It is.
Okay. Now let's move on to I Ching. You mentioned a 3-card approach. Can you explain that a little more?
Right. So instead of using that traditional method of casting coins or yarrow stocks, AI Fortune Insight digitally generates 3 hexagrams to represent the past, present, and future. So it's more of a streamlined approach that makes I Ching more accessible, especially for people who, might find that full 64 hexagram system a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it sounds like a great way to kind of introduce people to I Ching without losing any of its wisdom.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I'm curious about numerology. How does AI Fortune Insight use numbers to reveal, insights about a person?
Well, it calculates all sorts of numerological values based on your birth date and name. Like, for example, your life path number. That reveals your overall purpose and direction. Your expression number highlights your talents and abilities.
So it's like having this numerical snapshot of your personality and potential.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Each number, each numerological value offers a different perspective, on your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities.
So how about the more visual methods like palm and face reading?
Okay.
How does AI Fortune Insight approach those?
So for palm reading, you just upload a clear photo of your palm.
Okay.
And the app will analyze the lines, the shapes, what are called the mounts, and it can identify those key features, like the heart line, the headline, the lifeline, the fate line, and it provides interpretations based on, how long they are, how deep they are, their curvature.
It's like having like a virtual palm reader in your pocket. And what about face reading? How does that work?
For face reading, you upload a photo of your face.
Okay.
And it examines your features, like the shape of your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and it draws on these traditional physiognomy principles to provide insightful interpretations.
It's amazing how technology can like take something like facial features and use it to reveal these these hidden aspects of ourselves. It really makes you wonder what else is possible.
It does. AI is opening up all sorts of exciting possibilities when it comes to divination.
It really is. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. It really seems like AI Fortune Insight offers this unique and engaging way to connect with ancient wisdom, while embracing the possibilities of modern technology. For anyone who's curious about exploring divination or just looking for a new way to kind of understand themselves, I'd say give AI Fortune Insight a try. You might be surprised by what you discover.